Hi everyone, it's Kat from Creative Crafts, and today I'm going to show you tip of the day. What do we do with rope? Well, watch further and you'll see. Well, all we need is a bowl just for the form. We're not making the bowl with into a rope thing. We're just using this as a form, a mold. We need the rope. Different sizes, doesn't matter, as long as it's not smaller than this one here. This is a garden rope. Got it from Lidl, and you can get bigger ones, but I suggest not to get smaller than this because you'll be rolling it forever on the bowl. You can make any size bowl, any form. You need the glue sticks, trusty old glue gun, pair of scissors to cut the rope. These are the 4 basic things you need, and that's it. So, first thing you need to do is, when you're gluing it, try not to get any glue stuck onto this. Move it around a little bit. First you need to cut the rope open. This is usually pretty quick to do and very easy. Find the end that you want to use so that doesn't always, I guess this is the one here. It's a little confusing, this one, a little dubber. Okay, this one's going to be intertwining throughout the whole thing. So let's see if we can find the correct end to it. Can't tell me there's only one end. There's 2 ends. You gotta find the end. So this one, maybe this is it. Who knows? Just that this rope, I think, wants to be... Okay, I think I found the end that I'm looking for, maybe? Or not. Yes, here it is. Fun, fun, fun. So, now that I got my rope, this end here, so it doesn't frizzle so much, you need to add some glue to it if it's hot enough. What I would do is try to use a knife, what can you put it here, and try to squish it together with the hot glue. And make sure the glue doesn't, it would peel off of there very well. See, and this is what you want to do. You don't want to have a big frizzle in the middle. You want it closed. Very important. So the first part is a little hard. My glue gun is taking forever to heat up, but what you need to do is put a line of glue and start rolling it. You gotta make a base first. Don't burn your finger like I just did. So wait until it dries, cools at least a little. Once you get the beginning started, after that it goes pretty fast. So, and then you put another. I should wait just a few more minutes with this glue gun because I don't think it wants to do anything. But what I suggest you to do is, just make the base first. Like I said, once you get the base, make sure it's flat. Very important that you make sure it's flat. And move it around once in a while so you know that it's not sticking to the bowl. It will peel off anyway, but you want to make sure that there's no glue. You don't want to... You know what? I'm going to wait till this glue gun gets a little hotter. Doesn't seem to be, it's hard to press the glue gun. Make sure it's pretty hot before you start. As always, when I tell you, when you have a glue gun on in a room, make sure you don't leave it unattended. And make sure there's no children around when you leave the room. It's very important, being the glue gun, it can burn your hand pretty bad when you're holding it wrong. Or get the glue on your skin. So let's wait for my glue gun to get hot and I'll be right back. I think my glue gun should be hot enough now. So what we do is now we're just going to keep going around until you have the form that you want. This is going to be flat all the way up to here, and then it's going to start going downwards. So what you need to do is work with this first. You have to take time for the glue to cool and get hard for your form to work correctly, and you have to hold it. So that's the only thing that is time consuming, is waiting for the glue to get hot. I mean, not hot, cool it down. I think I need another coffee today. So this is what you need to do. You just keep going around and around until you want the size of the bowl that the bottom of the bowl that you need. You can use any kind of bowl. You make a square one if you want. I decided to follow this one. This is my mixing bowl for my cookies and stuff. I'm using the top part, not the inside, so I can still use it. Like I said, hold it until you know that it's cool, because if you don't, it's gonna pull up like this, and you don't want that. So you just wait until it cools down a little bit. It does take a little bit, but if you have patience and time, pull it good so that it's not loose. What I do is I take my finger and I hold it like this, like you see here, and then I put the glue from the last part that I glued it all the way over, not too close to the fingers because you don't want to burn them. And then you take the rope and go down, and then you hold it. And you just keep going until you get to the size you want. So let's do this. I took some glue and put it on the end of the stick, and now I'm sticking it onto the stick that's already in there, so that I will have I don't have to keep stopping and filling it up. You can keep doing that. You can make it as long as you want. It wouldn't matter. Just wait until it dries. Very important. Okay, now it seems to be working a little better. So that's a benefit for me. And I put it on the wrong side. I put too much on top and not on the side. Put it, a little tip, put it on the side of the rope, not on top. You don't want the glue. Be careful. I just put it on the wrong side, so now I have to be careful because it's hot there. Add some more glue here on the side, not on the top. Just stick my finger on the hot glue. Yay. You can always go like this. You can pull off all the excess glue later. It comes off from here very easily after a while, after it dries completely. Except for when it's in between, it won't come off. Don't worry about that. project, don't rush. You don't want to rush it, because if you rush, it's going to look sloppy, and I don't know if you want sloppy work. You want it to look nice, so... So now that you see here, it's going to start going downwards now, so you're not going to want to keep it flat. While you're gluing it, you let the rope go down towards the bowl. While you're going around, let it go down. This is now when you try to move the bowl and not the top part here, because you want to follow the bowl, and you're not going to be able to follow the bowl if you... If you want, you can let it sit and let it glue to the bowl. Then you don't need to hold it anymore, but it will get loose because it won't stick to the plastic so well. So I'm going to let some of it stick to it for now, the glue. You want to try to get less glue as possible near the bowl. You don't want it on the bowl. Went all the way around, like I showed you. I was a little bit crooked on it, but that's fine. I don't think it's a problem. It didn't go all the way down like I wanted, but you know what? If for a fresh bread basket, I think that's fine. You don't want it too deep anyway. So what you're gonna do now is, let's see if we can peel it off. Hopefully we can. Usually this glue doesn't stick. So here's your bowl. Don't worry about the glue. I mean, it's a little flimsy, but that's okay. What you can do is now cut off these ends here. That end. I would suggest just to put a little bit of glue there so it doesn't shred and come apart. Like I said, the glue pieces come off. Like I said, you need to get tweezers. I know I have some here somewhere. Where did them? There you are. I have these little tweezers for when you work with jewelry. Just take them and peel off the glue. See, it comes right off. See? Just go around taking off the excess glue. If you want, you can also use some scissors if you need to. Get some small cuticle scissors. You can cut the glue off with that. This side too. Like I said, you could do anything you want. I think my bow looks pretty good. It's not too lopsided, I don't think. My rope, biggest mistake, my rope was several different sizes. Like I said, you can always peel this stuff off. The extra glue that you see hanging around in it. Or you can take a cloth napkin and cover it. You can, it's so many possibilities. Like here, you see this little extra piece of glue hanging around. You can just cut it off. If you have smaller scissors, you can. But it's most likely you'll see glue particles around here. If you don't want to see the glue particles, yeah, you can always paint it. Or you can put a ribbon around it. The possibilities are huge. You can do anything you want with this bowl. Like I said, if you used a bigger rope, my rope, I think this, in my opinion, even this is too small. And it's pretty big, the rope. A bigger rope, probably you wouldn't see all this glue. I mean, it doesn't look so bad. You probably wouldn't see all the glue. But I suggest you the bigger rope. And like I said, pull it. At the end I was pulling it tight so that it doesn't have any gaps. This has gaps. So what you could do is, like I said, you can take the second part here. You know, that little piece of rope here. It has a little bit of hair on it. So let's find that little area again that's we need to find. There it is, this area, this one right here. I just want to show you. What you could do is, you could do it again, but this time go around, and if you go twice around it with this small rope, it'll be much stable. It wouldn't be flimsy like this. But this is just a cute little basket for bread. Put like a cloth napkin over it, even paper napkin would work, 2 of them, and put the bread in. And then you have a cute little decoration here. I think I'm going to put glue all around again one more time with this, and then we'll see what it looks like. So this is the finished product here that we did. I put 2 layers. I did the same thing that I did as the first one. I think it looks much better with the 2 layers because the rope was really, in my opinion, too small. I suggest you use a thicker rope, like something that you would use for a ship, one of those really huge ones, or maybe half that size. It depends, but I would suggest much bigger than what we used here today. And so now that we're done with that, this is my bowl. I had extra, so I made a coaster out of you can make also coasters out of these. They're perfect. They're for the garden, so they can get wet. Nothing will happen to them. You just put them aside and they can dry. And it also protects your table, so it's also a good thing to make too. You can also make that as a gift. Make a six of them and put it in a little, wrap it up with a ribbon, and then you have your nice little Christmas present. What I did is I took an old t-shirt and glued the ends, just so I had just enough so I could put the rope through the ends. And I said, okay, you know, like when I want to make brötchen or bread rolls or fresh bread, we can also use fruit. You can put this over it, put it inside, and there you go. You have your little basket. And then when it gets dirty, you can take it off, tie it up good, and then go wash it. Or you can use a normal napkin. It's just as good. This one's a huge one. You can use a smaller one, probably look even better. So that's another tip you can do with this. You can do anything else you want. You can paint it. I want to leave it plain. That's what I like a lot about it, the natural look. And the glue here inside, you can take it off with a screwdriver, but don't go like this. Just use your fingernail and the tip of the screwdriver, and it comes right off. So you can go around and take all that off, and you have a perfect little bowl or basket, whatever you want to call it. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions or comments, please write it below. Would love to hear from you, and I would love to answer your questions. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I have at least 2 or 3 tip of the day videos every week. And if you have subscribed, thank you. And thank you for coming and watching my video.